Hey you guys, what's up? How you doing? I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm trying something different with the lighting today. How do we feel about it? I don't know, maybe we need more. See, that's like, I don't know. I don't know. How you guys doing? I'm always just like dilly-dallying over here. There we go. I'm gonna be able to see that. Yeah, this lighting's not great. Overcast is good, but I think I need the, like, whatever. What's up? I'm just got a little beverage, a little something to wet the palate as we catch up, you know? I got a little ice lemon green tea. You guys know I don't do cold beverages. It's like a big no-no in TCM, but it's extremely hot here. So it's a slightly chilled. It's not refrigerated or super cold, but it's an ice green tea. Basically, sometimes when I brew tea, whether it's green tea or chrysanthemum, whatever, if I have tea left over, I make ice cubes out of the tea because it's all made from spring water, right? I know this sounds like I'm a bit of a princess or whatever, but I only cook with spring water. The tap water just in this building is not great. So I have to cook with spring water. Yeah, I know it's like ridiculous. I probably go through about 45 liters of water, spring water, a week. Yeah, I know that's a lot, but I do notice a difference when I cook with tap water. I do. I feel like shit. Quite frankly, I feel like shit. So, teas, everything. If I make a tea and I have leftover water, yeah, I'm gonna recycle it and turn it into an ice cube. And then later, when it's super hot, oh, I've got some jasmine green tea ice cubes. Let me just get some water, put a bit of honey in there, Manuka honey, and then I put in the ice cubes, 4 jasmine green tea ice cubes, and then like a quarter of a lemon wedge in the mason jar. These are very Texan. I think mason jars I associate with the South. But then I just kind of like mix it up, and then it comes to this like delicious, little sort of like, it gets like frothy. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's when you know it's like a good drink, is that it like froths like that. And it's just like a little hillbilly iced tea, y'all. It's just a little hillbilly iced tea. So yeah, I want to say congratulations to Babyboy. He just did something incredible, a huge accomplishment. Congratulations. We'll address it in a minute. We're obviously going to talk about it, but I want to start off in the first 5 minutes by saying congratulations. And it was a really joyful thing to watch, from the ball toss in the first round right through to the last ball. You know, it was a joy to watch every step of the way. Quickly, what have I been up to? I passed my massage class, test, you know, I passed. So I get to now earn a little bit of money with these bad boys, which I'm obviously looking forward to. Yeah, mission accomplished. For both of us, cheers! You know, I mean, I know it's not, you know, a career grand slam or whatever, but, you know, we'll take a small win. We'll take a small win. You know? You gotta take the small wins, especially when you're in my position where you've taken a lot of L's over the past couple years. You're gonna start stacking some wins, you know? But, yes. I'm really excited to just like make people feel good. You know, I think that's one thing that I find that I enjoy a lot about the massaging work is I really enjoy making people, like when they get off that table and I can see I did a good job. Like they're like wet as a noodle, you know, their body's all like loose and like the lymphatic system is flowing. I know I did a good job, you know? And yeah. Here's the thing with me is like, if I'm gonna do a job, I'm gonna do it properly. Like, I'm not taking shortcuts. I'm not going to skimp out on any of the essential steps. Like, yeah. I think it's really important to take a sense of pride in your work. Regardless of how much money you make or whether it is deemed a good or bad job. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no such thing as good or bad jobs. No. Like, if you're down on your luck and you're having to clean toilets, make sure that toilet is the fucking cleanest toilet that you've ever seen in your goddamn life. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by like having a sense of pride in you. When you make an iced tea, bitch, oh, you don't play games about the iced tea. You make that with spring water. You deserve spring water. Yeah, I give you permission to only consume and cook with spring water from now on. Like, that's what I mean about like having a sense of pride. Like, I have a sense of pride in my appearance. That's why I wear and I use, and you know, I love my teeth. Hence why, you know, like I'm all about oral hygiene. I only choose xylitol gum. Like, look it up, see why. Like, these are just like things that I do that make me feel good about myself, and I can like share that wisdom for other people to make them feel good about themselves. Then I feel like I'm taking steps in the right direction in my life. I think I'm a pretty good resource when it comes to, you know, looking after your body and, you know, the right moisturizers and the right, you know, like the self-care. Yeah. I just like to make people feel good about themselves, whether it's, you know, luxury comes in so many different forms, you guys. Like, luxury is not just a Louis Vuitton bag, okay? Like, it's not just a Fendi pair of fluffy slip-ons. Like, oh, it's like, okay, like, cute, you got designer, great. It's about, like, eating well for me. Like, that to me is luxury. It's a slow morning. That is a luxury. I get to wake up and I don't got no place to be and I can drink my coffee leisurely. Like, that is luxury. Luxury is time, having time to spend with your loved ones. That is luxury. Getting a massage and feeling comfortable in your own body, that is luxury. Making sure you only wear cotton clothes, you know, like only breathable fabrics on the skin, that's luxury. Just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just like spewing all of these things up, and I guess you guys are understanding my vibe with what I'm trying to kind of say. And what I enjoy with this job is making people feel good in their bodies. You know, and it's not limited to just a massage. It is like, you know, plenty of different things. Anyway, I'm jibber-jabbering away over here. That's what I like about the job. I get a sense of fulfillment from that. What else? I'm like starting to sweat. It's getting hot. Oh, I wish I had my fan. Here we go, I do. Speaking of trying to make people feel good about themselves, I think it's like, yeah, I think it comes so easily to me. I think it's like, I love to nurture. It's my moon, my Cancer moon. Do you know what I mean? I'm very protective over the ones that I love. Let's get into Crushwatch real quick. Congratulations again. I wish, not to make it about May, but I wish I could have been there to see it. I was productive while I was here, you know? But I'm really glad that he got it done. And you know, make romance great again, you know? Like, I wrote some short stories that was sort of inspired by him in a way. And I don't know if he saw them. I don't know if he did or if he didn't. And that's not even the point, you know? It's like these videos, we create them and we put them out there because it's a sense of creative expression. And it's like, okay, well, all my friends who want to hang out with me and have a FaceTime call, but we don't have time, I can just kind of put it on there and they just like enjoy it, right? But I think like creatively, like, yeah, it's important to just put things out there into the ether. He was getting eaten alive in December and a lot of January, quite frankly. Like, it was going on for a lot longer than it should have. I was talking about it when I was at New Year's, right? And that was like a full 2 weeks after it was like, it had already been signed, sealed, delivered, sorted in the English speaking world. It was only maybe 2 weeks afterwards that I realized, oh my God, on the Spanish speaking side of things, they are still going on about this. Words are really powerful things. Like, words are really powerful. Like, words are a really powerful thing. Like, they're really powerful. Like, you know, I'm trying to become a lawyer. How do you convey your message and all of your thoughts across? You gotta write them, right? You've gotta express them. So it's like, it's a really important, like, words are really important. The words that you read, the words that you speak to yourself, just words in general, you know, the specific, like, diction, right? What's diction? It's like words. Like, why did you use that word to describe that? That's an interesting word to use. Semantics is like sentence structure. All of this, like, it's whatever. But I think like writing is really beautiful. I think writing's really beautiful. And I think we've lost the art of like writing, romance. You know, we're all sending nudes and selfies and videos. I mean, like, you know, like, it's just like, it's a digital age sort of, it's like the lowest denominator when you send that kind of thing, right? Nudity, whatever. Speaking words and like writing a sexy story and like eroticism, that's like a whole different level. And I think that when you're reading so many negative words about yourself, you're going to internalize them. I think even the strongest person in the world is going to internalize them. And I could feel that from a distance. So I was like, you know what? How can I, I'm a creative writing minor. I like to think of myself as a pretty good writer. How can I use words to speak blessings into this man? How can I use words to be almost not an antidote to the negativity, but perhaps a remedy, a form of medicine, Don't let all the things you read about yourself be negative. So that's what I did in my, my rich with creativity, my rich with writing skill, my rich, I don't know, I'm rich in different ways. I'm rich in my ability to illustrate a world with my words. And that's what I did. So I hope he enjoyed it. If he read it, if he didn't, that's fine. I just pushed it into the ether. I had a feeling his semi-final match was going to be pretty difficult, so I put a different story. So I had the preseason aches, part 1, 2, and 3. Part 1 is about, him, obviously, told as you, right? So it's about him. The second one is more about sort of, me, resurrection, coming back to life, right? This idea of rebuilding one's body. The first story is him and how he's built his body, I tried to tell it in a way that I knew would appeal to him. It's so cliche to say a person is sexy. Why are they sexy? Why is a person sexy to a Taurus? What's sexy to a Taurus? I know what's sexy to a Taurus is the idea of building something. The idea of building. So I was like, well, how can I describe his body in a way where it's built, right? Like, I like the way it's like utilitarian. It's an earned body, How can I encapsulate that and kind of eroticize it in a way, So different from pornography, so different from the visual. How about the soul? How about the mind? How about the things that hit you in the chest that make the heart flutter? Whoa, this is how you see me? This is how someone sees me like that. Wow. And that first story, I described how I imagine him in his home. I close my eyes and I'm like, okay, it's New Year's Eve. Where is he? What does he look like when he's a home alone in that room? What's he wearing? What's he smelling like? What's he feeling? How does he feel in his body? Okay, those aches and those pains. How can I eroticize that? How can I reframe that pain and that ache into something that is like a volcano, like it builds, it's like, yeah, you gotta read the preseason aches, 1, 2, and 3, all on my website. And then 2 Scoop Paradise, that's the one that I put out right before his semi-final match, because again, I wanted him to feel good in his body, even if it was from a distance. I know that I don't have to be around all the time with my face constantly, paraded in front of you to know that I have a strong presence, So it's like you don't hear from me for a little bit, but let me just drop the story real quick and really, really get in there. Yeah. But yeah, the two scoop paradise is more just like, you know, I guess life imitates art. Whoa, I need more beverage. Oh, lemon seed. Just gotta, you know what? No, we'll swallow the lemon seed today. There's a spit or swallow joke in there somewhere. But anyway, that's why I did that. That's why I did that. And the plan was for it. Yeah, I knew with the moon in Cancer right before the Leo, in like the full moon in Leo, I was like, okay, moon in Cancer. If he's an Aquarius rising, that means it's aspecting his sixth house. His sixth house is of his physical body and his vessel. So emotionally, if he's feeling in a really good place and really calm, he's going to be fine. If he feels a little tight or tense, does that make sense? Because like emotionally, if he felt emotionally tight or emotionally tense, nervous, then it would be a different story, right? So I think I wrote that one hoping he'd read it before the semifinal to kind of just like, again, make him feel good in his body and reframe the idea of these aches and pains as being something desirable. Yeah. Reframing things in your mind is, it's a really powerful thing. Yeah, it is very powerful. If you change a mindset, you can change an entire generation. I believe that. I believe that. So, take pride in your work. Have a sense of pride in your work. It doesn't matter if you're cleaning toilets or if you're one of the best, most desirable athletes in the world. Have a sense of pride in what you do. I mean, I don't need to tell him that he, you know, this is why he likes me, is that we got this, you know, work ethic thing, this athlete work ethic, we get it. I see you. I see you. So anyway, we're babbling and we're gonna wrap this up. My phone overheated, so time to wrap this up. Obviously. Yeah, I implore you guys, like younger generation, and just actually not younger generation, anyone in general, find new ways to be romantic. You know, write a cute story, write a cute poem, write a haiku. Don't do the nudes. I think you'll find some people like their imagination being tickled a little bit, you know? And then you can kind of, you know, little things you sprinkle in there. For example, like, I imagine, like you know, I close my eyes and I imagine him, you know, Preseason Aches Part 1, I imagine him in his bedroom by himself, New Year's Eve, just unwinding. Like, what does he smell like? You know, what does he smell like? And I describe that smell down there, you know, like I described that, how I would imagine it to be. So whether he reads it or not, if he does read it, right, and this is, if he does read it and say one day he's pulling down his pants and he's hit with that smell, who do you think he's thinking of in that moment? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stain that stays in the brain that shall remain. And That's my goal. That's the goal. That's more erotic than any nude will ever be, you know, any video. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the idea of eroticizing that smell, and now, you know, yeah, I'm sorry. That's magic. That's why words are so powerful. That's why words are powerful. So I try to feed into those that feed into me. You know? Just like that. Gotta go. Love y'all. Know that. I love you guys. And I'll catch you on the flip side.